The weight of shadows. The morning after the stormy night was strangely calm. Fidelia sat by the dressing mirror, her reflection pale and tired. The message from Daniel still in her mind like a wound that wouldn't heal. 5 million naira. The number echoed again, burned and again. She had nothing left. Her account was empty. Her jewelry gone. And the few friends she could turn to were church members, people who saw her as the perfect pastor's wife. If they ever knew the truth, her world would collapse. She pressed her palms together. God, please, she whispered, don't let this destroy me. Her phone vibrated again. The same number. She froze but forced herself to answer. You're quiet, Fidelia. Daniel's voice came, low and mocking. I hope you're not planning to disappoint me. You have until Friday. After that, your husband will receive everything, the pictures, the messages, all of it. She tried to steady her voice. Daniel, please. I have no money left. You've taken everything. Have mercy. He laughed, cruel and amused. Mercy? You didn't show me any when you left me for that tricycle boy. Now it's my turn. The line went dead. Fidelia dropped the phone and buried her face in her hands. Her heart pounded so hard she could hear it. She had to find a way, anything to stop him. Why is Daniel treating her this way? When they had met 2 years ago, Daniel had promised to make her pregnant within 2 months, but after a year with him, nothing happened. I just couldn't continue with him. So I started looking for another person until I found Mark, the tricycle rider. Why is Daniel so bittered? I was the one that approached him for help. I was the one that opted out. So why is he blackmailing me like this? Fidelia continued talking to herself. Downstairs, Pastor Cypress sat in his study, staring at his sermon notes but hearing none of the words he wrote. For days, his spirit had been restless. The image of his wife in those pictures haunted him, yet something inside still refused to let go completely. He thought of the vows they made, of the years they'd built together, and yet, the silence between them had grown into a wall neither of them could climb. When Fidelia entered the room, he didn't look up. I'm going out, she said softly, adjusting her purse. Where? He asked, still not lifting his eyes. She hesitated. Just to see someone from the women's fellowship. Cypress gave a slow nod. All right. But as she turned to leave, he spoke again quietly. Fidelia. She froze. Whatever it is you're hiding, he said. I hope it's worth the peace you're losing. She turned to face him, her lips trembling. You don't understand. He looked up now, his eyes tired but sharp. Then help me understand. Because I can feel this house sinking, and I'm the only one still trying to keep it afloat. Tears welled in her eyes, but she said nothing. Instead, she opened the door and walked out. That afternoon, Fidelia visited a small pawn shop near the market. There in the pawn shop, she removed the last gold bangle her husband had given her on her birthday. The shopkeeper examined it, weighed it, and shook his head. 50,000, no more. She blinked, disbelief in her eyes. 50? It's pure gold. Times are hard, madam. That's the best I can do. She hesitated, then nodded weakly. The man counted the notes and handed them over. She stuffed the money into her purse, though she knew it was nothing compared to what Daniel wanted. As she walked home, her phone rang again, a different number this time. She answered cautiously. Madam Fidelia? A deep male voice said. Yes. Who is this? This is Detective Michael. Pastor Cypress asked me to stop by your house this evening. He said there are things we need to discuss. Her heart sank. Detective? Discuss what? Panic clawed up her throat. Did Cypress find out about the blackmail already? Was everything about to come crashing down? She hurried home, clutching her purse tightly as the world seemed to close in around her. The moment she entered the house, the air felt heavy. Pastor Cypress was waiting in the living room, the detective seated beside him. Welcome, Fidelia, Cypress said calmly, his voice unreadable. We need to talk, all of us. Fidelia froze at the doorway, her knees almost giving way. The silence in the room was louder than thunder. Her past, her lies, her fear all stood with her at that door. And for the first time, she realized there might be no escape this time. To be continued in part 6.